Hey, good morning, everybody. Okay,
Good
so
morning.
we're going to start seated meditation. If you have preference to lie back, of course, always find and follow your own intuition, whatever feels good. So I sent you a message, an email yesterday. I think no class next Saturday, right, for Thanksgiving. And maybe let me know your thoughts about the following weekend. um, December 7 or 8. That also seems to be a problem. Anyway, we'll start and forget all these appointments and to dos just for a little bit, just for a little while. Just take your seat. You are welcome to sit on a blanket, a couple of blankets, on a block. Just really feel that you can uh, take a couple of moments, find a little bit of awareness to the posture, to how your shoulders are, the front body, the side, the ribs, and the back. So allow yourself to really be comfortable, but very aware of your body, very aware of your chest. Don't round too much forward. Don't get a lot of bending in the back. And don't send your chin back or your head back. Just really allow yourself to be really comfortable. Your shoulders should be kind of aligned with your hips. Your knees should be comfortable. If you are cross-legged and you're not comfortable, you can allow your legs to open just a little wider. It's important that you stay a couple of moments finding that adjustment, that subtle place that you can stay. I don't want to say meditate, but just breathe. So the breath is there, the breath is there, but just notice the breath, notice how it is, where it is, and how it feels. So where it is, how it is, how it feels to breathe. And how does it feel to just really think of that breath and that breath alone? Can we just think of that one, only one thing? And that is hard. That is our yoga practice, to just soften the mind and think of each breath at a time. Each breath unique, each breath has an exhale, and then a cycle continues. You just breathe in and out. So this grounds us, this brings us more into our bodies, into ourselves, disconnecting, hopefully, from all the chatter and all the busyness and all the to-dos, and coming to a maybe just a one single thing, practicing only breathing. So we're just softly using our nostrils. Notice how there's a little bit of a feeling of your chest or maybe your low belly. And notice that after of that release, and maybe the belly goes a little bit or your chest just goes contracting just a tiny bit in. Please don't force anything. And with your breath, really maintain that posture, right? That nice elevation, that uplifting sensation of the crown reaching the heaven. So just sitting here is a lot of work. If you are really paying attention to how we're sitting cross-legged, how we sit allows us to really find all this area of the pelvis very, very engaged, your chest and your whole body, front, side, and back, really engaged in just sitting. So it could be comfortable, but a lot of work in it. So try to sense that everything is engaged, but you can breathe comfortably. We'll take one more. Easy enough. If you can feel my breath, and you can make it as loud as possible. If you make a loud sound, that's also fantastic. That's fine. All right, and then allow your eyes to open. Take a moment, bring your chin to your chest, stretch a little bit of the back of your neck. Don't round forward, don't round back, don't bring your shoulders forward. Keep that sense of posture and just let the head be heavy towards the chin to the chest, towards the chest. And then go to your right or to your left with your chin. Don't lift it, just go to your right shoulder. Keep that shoulders behind. Go very, very, very slow. Okay. Go center one more time each side. You can close your eyes again. Okay. And then inhale, come up, come up, come up, and find that the neck align with the rest of the vertebra of the spine and is taller and lifted and gets a nice release from the rest from between your shoulders and the crown and the head. And then bring your fingers outside of your mat, right outside your hips, the left hand or your right hand on the fingertips or on the floor, and the other hand goes up. Just a side stretch, nice and easy. And then inhale, and then this arm, the one that is high, you're gonna bring it, the one that is on the bottom, the one on the bottom is gonna go across, right? And this arm is gonna come on the front. Okay, no, I messed it up. So you're gonna bring the arm across and the other one goes under and holds the bottom hand, bring it to the chest. Keep your shoulders to the front and just stretch the front of your shoulder. One of the hands is pointing to the side, one of the other hands points up to the ceiling. Relax your face, breathe all the time. And then just release your arms, open them out to the sides with the hands facing or the palms facing up. Bring your hands back up and bring your hands out. Face them down, bring your hands to touch the floor, the earth, the mat, and then other side. So you can lean a little bit or you can stay up or you can go more to the side, lift the other arm up. Just don't lift your hip, and if your hip lifted, just slowly, slowly come back and bring it down. Very good. Now we'll do it this time, we'll get it right. So come on up. The arm that was on the floor, bring it across, and then the other one goes, slips under, getting to this kind of like a shoulder stretch. If you turn a little bit, come back to center, allow the arms to bring the shoulder, bring your shoulder down, bring your chest and head up and breathe. All right, and then slowly, slowly undo one arm, open the front, arms out, again, palms up, lift, maybe watch your hands and bring the hands to the center. Now, you can use your legs if you feel, or your hands on your legs to feel comfortable with that, or just gently, gently come into a wide or big, relaxed diamond shape with your feet. Okay, you still have your hands together, or bring your hands back together and feet together. Notice I'm not here, just a nice, comfortable. And then you're gonna point with your hands forward, point, point, point with your hands forward. And you're gonna create a scoop, like a C shape, as you, your fingers keep pointing to the camera or to the front, and you scoop back. So scoop back and scoop your belly, and then come up on your sit bones again, and lift your arms up, and open. And then one more time up, and bring your hands to heart. All right, so point forward, and then draw your belly in. You round your spine. You keep your fingers and your arms pointing forward. You bring your chin to chest. Come on up, draw up, find your sit bones. Open your arms out and arms up, and draw your hands to heart. It looks so beautiful with all the little screens, okay? So one more time. So forward, extend your arms, put your fingers forward. This is already a lot. Press your feet together, hands together, and then scoop your belly. You keep your fingers pointing. You can cross your thumbs. You can bring your chin to chest, look towards your belly. And then come on up as you feel that your sit bones are again placing the weight on the mat or on the blanket. Open up, arms up, and hands to heart. Take a moment here. All right. So we're gonna bring your hands right to your knees and slowly, slowly, slowly more towards your ankles. Take a breath and maybe reach a little bit more. Just don't force anything. We're just warming up. Breathing in, breathing out. And then turn to your right or turn to the side that you prefer. I'm going to my left. You can go to your left or to your right. And then place each of the hands a little bit on the side of your knee. And then turn a little bit more, and get into a easy twist here. So you're folding forward, slowly start coming up a little higher, and use your hand on the knee and the hand behind you to get tall and to twist. So use your fingertips or your hand behind you. Relax your shoulder in the front, twist a little bit more. So the breath is still going and the twist is still going. And lift the hand that it was behind you, lift it up, lift it over, like arc over you, cross the arms, cross one on the top of the other, maybe hug your knees, and then just give yourself a hug from here. Just go a little side to side. Nice and easy, release your arms out and all the way to the heart. Okay, coming back to center. Okay, take a moment here in the center, feet together, hands together, relax your shoulders. Make sure your breath is still going, is still aware of the breath. Go a little bit forward, hands to the ankles, hands to the knees, hands a little lower. Again, just minding your low back, maybe your inner legs. And then slowly start a little bit of turning towards the other knee. Maybe the hands touch below, behind the knee. And then keep it a little bit low and start rising a little bit high. Use your hand on the knee, and then the other hand goes behind you. Go very gently, slowly into that second side twist. Okay, so bring your fingertips maybe closer to your low back or far. You can flatten it, you can lift it. Just really feel that your shoulders are tall and that you're twisting your front and your back. Keep pressing your feet. And the hand that is behind you, you can still hold on to the front of the knee, on the knee that is still on the hand on the knee. Lift your arm that is behind you, arc over you. And then start bringing your arm into the front. You end up with this crossing of your arms or your elbows. And then you don't have to touch the knee, but if you want, touch it, a little bit of rounding. And then lifting up, just bringing your hands in the front of your shoulders and maybe get a little side to side. And then just relax your arms, open them out. And just bring your hands out to the sides, a little behind you for a little support, and just slowly, slowly extend your legs, flex and point. Point your feet, point your toes and flex them. Nice and strong with your legs, with your thighs. And then the next time that you're going to like pointing. And then the next time you're going to, can you see? Yeah. Okay. You're going to flex and bend the legs. Okay. So heels are down and flexing my toes. And then extend and point. Extend as much as you can. See if you can flatten, then bend and flex the feet. And my feet are, you can be glued together or a little separate. And then point, 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 and extend and straighten the legs. So bend and flex, okay? And my hands are behind you, behind my back or my hips, and then pointing and straighten. You're working on all the legs, the thighs muscles, the calf muscles, the ankles, and all those little bones in your feet. One more, bend, flex. Stay here with bend and flex, bend and flex. And we're gonna bring your hands a little forward and lean a little forward and very slowly coming into a little bit of that low back stretch, but not your biggest, just nice and easy. Just keep flexing. I'm trying to just keep a little bend under your knees and just going forward. So working a lot of belly and working on your back. All right, come on back. Okay, bring your hands behind you on your, pointing the fingers to your hips. Lean back enough to place your feet on the ground. Place your feet on the ground. You're gonna come to 2 reverse tables. So see if that works, okay? So you can kind of feel your arms. You can slide towards the heels, you can slide towards the hands, depends on the strength, and also the wrists are going to get a lot of weight. So press the arms, lift your hips up, maybe gaze to your knees, maybe gaze up, and slowly bring your hips down. All right, hips down, and then bring your arms or your elbows on the knees and roll your wrists. Just roll them around and just get your breath, right? Because sometimes lifting just changes your breath. Gather your breath, relax your wrists, relax your face. Let's do that just one more time. So hands behind you, all right? You can bring your hips a little bit more to the heels and then lift up. And then you can straighten the elbows. You can straighten your elbows, get a little higher, and drop your hips down gently, gently controlling. And one more time, hands on the knees and rest. And you can just kind of melt here, rest down, and roll your wrists a little bit more. All right, so one leg forward. Let's do right leg forward. So one leg forward, whichever leg, we're gonna do a twist with the one leg forward. All right, so one leg is bent, foot is down. They're not together, but they're about near to the knee. You can bring it closer. You can bring it just like that. Have your hips even and then go around the knee, or you can bring the elbow in front of the knee. And then the other hand goes behind you. Use the elbow, use the knee, use the hips, use the shoulders, and twist. And of course, please breathe. Just nice and easy. All right, from here, turn to the front, bring your hands behind you again. Lean back, lean back, lean back enough. All right. And then you're going to place this foot on the other leg and just cross and lift. And then go a little side to side. Very good. So how close this foot depends on you. It can be far away. You can bring your hands closer to your hips and turn a little bit. So depending on your range of motion, you're going to stay here. This is great. Or you're going to try to bring this foot down. You can go back and a little bit more and just bring your foot down. And just stay here. Try to point the knee up. Good. And just maybe relax your shoulders. And we're going to come back onto that foot on the floor, both feet on the floor. Extend and shake your legs. And shake them out. Wiggle them in and out. Take a moment. Shake it out. Very good. Then other leg goes in. Okay, make sure you switch it. And then flex the leg on the foot that is long. Just flex it. Bending the leg, coming to that second side twist with your elbow around the knee or with your hand around the knee. Something, okay? Elbow in front of the knee and just really bring the knee to press almost the belly. You get a little nice massage for your stomach here, your colon, and really feel that the twist continues, and you breathe and you squeeze and you massage your internal organs. Remember that leg, don't just let it forget that it's also engaged. Come back to center, okay? And then come into that other side with the foot underneath and cross, okay? So we were here, just bring it up, bring the leg to meet and go a little side to side. And then you can decide, you can stay here. This is awesome, this is great. You can bring your hips closer, you can bring your hips far away. Just feel how this stretch is feeling, and maybe the foot lands and you end up, you can move your hands around behind you a little bit, you can lean back a little bit, you can point that knee up and forward, just bring your hip open, and you can also come to the first option. Okay, so I don't know what you feel. I don't know if this feels good, if it doesn't feel good, if it hurts your knees. This is not about the knee at all. Okay, so come back to where you started and then slowly release your legs and then shake them out again. All right, so if you have your blanket under your tailbone, that's great. Bring your legs around and come to hands and knees. If you have the blanket on the hands and knees, that's awesome. If you don't have it, you can do it without the blanket, and just come to nice and easy with the hands, using all the hands, using the shins on the tops of your feet to a couple of cats and cows here. So you know what to do, just really arch and round. Okay, very good. Really nice and easy. Don't crank your head too much. Keep your head in line with the rest of your spine. So don't crank it too much. Keep it in line with the neck. Just look a little bit forward, not too much. All right, and then scoop your belly, scoop and feel the belly really touching the back. Feel your shins, feel the top of your feet, feel the whole hand on the floor, maybe all the fingertips. All right, so tuck your toes, tuck your toes. All right, and then walk your hands back onto the close to the knees, and maybe stretch your toes here. Stretch all the toes, even the little pinky toe, bring it under and stretch it. Take a moment here. If this is too much, you can lean away. You don't have to go all the way, but if you can, just really take a moment here, almost like your shoulders come above your hips, stretching all the toes. If this is horrible, you can untuck or put something between your thighs and your calf muscles. Okay, so just come, if you don't, this is horrible, just come on up. Otherwise, just come up onto the toes. And I think we did this a couple times before, a couple of weeks ago. Just come on up on your toes and bring your knees down. Okay, so really working on the strengthening of your calves and your ankles. And then eventually we're all going to come up. You end up at the back. You can open at the back of your mat. Open your feet a little bit and just let yourself hang here. So straighten and bend the legs, straighten and bend the legs. Just really start with bend legs more and then swing a little bit side to side. Let your head kind of hang here really heavy. Really feel the weight, really loosen up here. Okay, you can have your hands kind of as if you're swaying and sweeping the floor. If you like that, you can have your hands on blocks. You can have just your fingertips. Just getting one of the blocks here with me. Okay, so if you're here on the blocks or on the floor, then see if you can really hold out the hands, come to weight on the hands, and lift your heels, and then bring your heels down and do that again. So you can just come on your tippy toes and then ground your heels. And then one more time, lift your tippy toes. You go a little bit more on the toes and then bring your heels down and do the opposite. Lift your all the 10 toes and bring the toes down. You don't have to lift even the toe mounts. You can just lift your toes and ground them. Or maybe you lift all the toe mounts. Just make sure you're okay, that it doesn't feel like you're losing your balance. Fold again, and see how it feels to straighten the legs just a tiny bit more. All right, come on up gently, please. So scoop your belly, really bend your legs and unfold yourself nice and slowly, nice and slowly. Come up to standing. And then notice how now when we were standing, when we were sitting, I told you to kind of sense your hips, your knees, your sit bones, your shoulders. So feel it here in your Tadasana, if you're mountain. Just feel your feet. How's your posture? If you're looking forward, if your shoulders are forward, if your legs are bending, just really allow yourself to be strong and allow a sensation of your whole body, your feet, and the energy through your feet and hips and shoulders and all the way up. And let's bring the arms out to the sides. Feel the energy in your fingers, lift up and all the way up to the heavens. Okay, we're gonna just swing a little bit side to side. So maybe with the wrist, grab the wrist and pull it and tip over and center. Come to center, switch it, pull, get long on that side and tip over. Come back to center and then open into a little bit of W, like a little W shape. All right, and just having my elbows towards my ribs and then keeping my shoulders up. Bend your legs a little bit. So no Utkatasana, we're not sending the hips back, we're just going low on the knees, and then inhale and then straighten the arms up again, long and tall. Grab the first wrist, pull, tip to one side and center. Keep lengthening. Reach with your fingers, reach all the fingertips, switch it, pull, and side bend. And come back to center. Open gently. Feel your elbows, feel the arms, and then soften your knees and go a little bit low, like you're going down slowly. So you can go all the way down. You can stay where you feel that you're engaging your legs and you're breathing and you're strong. And then press up, arms up. All right, stay here and then feel your feet, feel the finger reaching and get strong in your legs and just lift on your tippy toes a little higher. And then stay here with your fingers reaching and just go up and down, up and down, up and down. Like a little shaking up and down, up and down, up and down. One more. And 3, and 2 and 1. Lower your arms. And then just stay a little bit wider, just a little bit wider. Soften your legs and just go a little bit around just to relax. Just go around your hips. Keep your feet down for now. Don't lift your toes, don't lift your heels. Keep your hips down. And then just switch your arms. So one of the arms go a little bit to the front of your shoulder and the other one stays to the low back, to the front of your shoulder. Okay, you're going slow or as fast as you want. And then the next step is just a little bit of lifting onto the heel. So lift your toes and turn the heel out and switch and lift your toe. You can go back to hip and hip, front of the hip and back of your hip. So now you're swinging, lifting your toes. All right, and just really loosen up, feel the breath, feel the energy, feel your shoulders. Really great movement of Tai Chi that works in yoga and works out with our mood, our energy, and all the systems in the body. So just come to center, ground your feet, and let your arms slowly come to stillness. And then feel that energy. You can close your eyes if you feel okay, or just feel through the fingers and feel the moving of the belly, the shoulders, and even a little bit of vibration in your ears or your head. Just feel that. So breathe and get your breath to be honoring your breath here. Awesome. Okay. So I'm just going to walk. You just walk to the top of your mat and we're going to work a little bit on getting our high lunge, working on the high lunge, which is a pose that it's always very strong to, in the transition of the yoga, all of a sudden you get into a high lunge and we're all shaking. It's really hard for me too. Okay. So you can start with the hands on the hips, bend your legs, shift your weight on the left leg and step your right leg a little bit towards the back. Okay, ground the heel, and then step on the toes, and then step your feet at the top. Okay, easy enough. Just other side, bend your legs, step back a little bit, ground the heel, feel that, and then put your weight in the front and step to the top. Okay, and then bend your legs one more time to the right, step the right, ground the heel, lift, and then forward, and then bend your legs at the top, stay tall, and then step back, maybe step back a little bit more, ground the heel, and then up, and then step forward. Okay, so then we're going to stay a little bit. So with the right leg or the leg that you are doing the first one, step back. Okay, so you can ground the heel for a moment, ground the heel, bend the front leg, and then feel your body forward, feel your shoulders forward and your hips a little forward, and then go up on the toes, lift your heel, and that's your high lunge or crescent lunge. Whenever you're ready, you lift your arms up. So feel that expression. You can always bring your hands to heart. Just feel the leg, feel that you can straighten more the back leg. You can keep a little bend. All right, and then transition forward. Bring your hands back low if you want. Transition forward, stepping forward to the top. So it's a little bit of work, stepping back, stepping forward, but you just practice that and just take it each side at a time. So bend your legs, step back. You can always step back a little bit more, like, or maybe forward. You can close it. You can make it bigger. Okay, you can ground the heel, and eventually you lift on the toes, you lift the heel. All right, ground yourself so you're facing forward, shoulders forward, hips forward. Bend the back leg, feel the back leg strong, feel the front leg, also working. Hips in the middle, add your arms and to the high lunge, okay? And if your arms want to be a little wider, that's great. Bring your hands back to prayer and then bounce a little bit. We're going to bring that leg in the back forward. Put more weight in the top. You can step a little bit or you can walk a big step and step the feet together. Okay, relax your hands, relax the legs, shake them out if you want. All right, roll your shoulders a little bit, just relax. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of a flow using the whole length of the mat, right? So walk to the top again. And you're going to step back. We're not going to stay. We're going to step back, right? Bend your legs and step back. And then turn all the toes so they're parallel. And now you're using the length of the mat. And then we're going to turn the leg that was on the top out. You're going to turn it out. Okay, turn it out. And we're going to flow here into warrior two. Okay, warrior two. Okay, so bend the front leg, arms straight open. And then relax your legs, straighten your legs. Bring both toes forward again. And then left toes forward to where we came. Turn on the toes and then get into that high lunge here. Get into the high lunge here, the way we practiced before. And then step to the top and step together. Awesome. Take a moment, shake it out. Other side, so you're going to probably end up seeing my back. Bend your legs, step with your left leg, step it back. And then bring the heel down and you end up with this wide-legged stance. Toes forward or a little pigeon toe. And then turn that left leg out. Okay, bring the back foot in. Your legs are for warrior one, warrior two. Bend the front leg and lean and just press your back leg strongly. And then relax your arms, straighten the legs. Both feet again turn parallel. And then come to the front to where you started, to the high lunge. Okay, just for a beat. And then step forward and bring your hands back. Okay, so it's easy, but it's a lot of work. So we'll do that again, and then we'll just go into down dog. Just one more time. So bend your legs. Take a step back. Comfortable. Bring both feet down. Turn them parallel. Beautiful. Then turn away, turn the toe open, bend your leg, back leg straight, open arms, warrior two. Now remember, the hips are lowering together. You're not having any bending. One leg is straight, one leg is bending. Relax your arms, straighten the leg. Both toes face the same side, the long length, side long of the mat. Toes back in. On the toes, lift your heel, high lunge, just to step forward whenever you're ready, maybe a couple of steps or one big step, step forward and release. Very good, okay? So it's nice and complicated, but it's beautiful, okay? Bend your legs, last one. Step back, open, nice and wide. Take a wide stance, nice and wide. This is great for the legs, the inner muscles and your glutes. And turn the toes on the back open. Get your legs ready to open for warrior two. Bend the front leg, strong arms. Relax. You can keep your arms open if you like. Keep your arms open. Turn the toes in like little pigeon toe. Let's go to the front. Go to the front. Turn to the front. Turn the toes, foot in the front. Go on your tippy toes in the back. Just for a beat, a high lunge. And then step forward, feet forward. Bring the hands to heart and just do nothing. Just do nothing. Just breathe, close your eyes, and feel. So the heart should be a little faster, your breath should be a little faster. It's a little bit of a flow, right? Of a practice, but we don't go down. People go down, you go on your knee, you bring your knee down, you go down, you go up. But this was just a nice way to kind of sense the transition between your legs and the opening for warrior and for the high lunge. But just put that somewhere in the back of your head or send it out, forget about it. Just breathe here, breathe fully in and out. Awesome. All right. So if you're at the top of your mat, just take a moment to maybe look down, let the chin drop, let the head be heavy, and just bending the legs and slowly start sort of getting heavy to fold all the way to the earth. All right. Or if you have any other way to find yourself for forward folding, hands on the floor. Once you get the hands on the floor or on the blocks, please do a down dog for me. So now it's downward dog. Really use the whole hand. Go on your tippy toes, lift your heels, bend your legs. Feel the thighs, feel the side body, feel your tipping of your hips up to the sky. Okay, feel your whole hands, feel your tailbone lifting, feel your shoulders, feel your side body, and then see if you can straighten the legs a little bit, feel your calf muscles, feel your thighs. And let's go on the knees, please. Carefully untuck the toes and we'll take a child's pose. First child's pose, wonderful moment to recover. You can put a block under your forehead and we'll take about 5 inhales and exhales, complete and slow and full and very much recovering breaths. Inhales and exhales, 2. Soften your belly, fill up and release. Take your time. Each breath a special, each breath calming, each exhale grounding you a little bit more. We'll take your arms forward, 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 forward. Try to stretch or keep your hips to the back and just walk your hands a little to the right. Just a little bit to the right. And walk your hands center. And then walk your hands long. Half your hands, you can have them shoulder distance and walk them to the second side. Walk your hands back to the front and let's go up and do just one more downward dog. So tuck your toes, lift your hips, down dog. You can do one leg and pedal. You can do the other leg and pedal. And then just have your feet together, just do one leg up, just one leg up, three-legged dog or dog split. Bring your feet down, both feet down, switch it, keep your hands really strong and lift the other leg up. So just one beat, one breath, and then slowly down. Bring your knees down again and then slide onto your hips, onto your belly. Get there how you get there. Lengthen your whole body and relax your hips and legs. And maybe make a little pillow with your hands or rest your head. We're on the belly. Beautiful. So if you want to kind of sway your hips a little bit, relax your pelvis a little bit. And we're going to do just a couple of very strengthening for your low back and upper back cobras. Try to not use your hands, but more of your low back, okay? So press your pubic bone, press, 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 and then release your hands So the hands are on the floor, my thumbs to the thighs, my pinkies out. And then you're going to lift your head and shoulders and turn your head to one side and then rest. Rest your ear to the floor, rest your shoulders, take a breath in. Keep your hands down, keep your feet down, keep your pubic bone down, lift your shoulders and head centers, lift enough to just switch the head on the ear and then let it rest on the second side. And rest your breath. And on your next inhale, same thing. Keep your feet down, press pubic bone, lift your shoulders and your head to center, turn over to the first side. And then relax, breathe in and out. As you finish your exhale, you start your inhale, start pressing pubic bone, lifting shoulders, maybe a little bit higher, lift your shoulders away, head to center, and then turn the head to the other side and relax. Relax the chest and shoulders and face. Turn the right ear down and back to center. Bring your hands back under your chin or your nose or your forehead and just rest. Take another breath and a breath out. And nice and easy. Bring your hands underneath your chest, tuck your toes, and then take a child's pose again. Just reach back, sit back. If you don't want to do the child's pose, you can do a version of like tabletop with your elbows down. Just take another breath or two. Feel your belly breathing and your breath just filling up and releasing out. And then gently, please roll onto your backs. Just roll onto your back. When you get to your back, it's going to feel so good. Just really hug your knees. It's going to feel so wonderful. Give yourself a hug. And you're on your back. And if you want to put a pillow behind your head, that's great. Perfect. Okay, so you're giving yourself a hug. Bring your hands on the shins, on the front of your legs, the front of your thighs. Actually, the shins, yeah, the shins. Knees together, toes together, heels together. And just feel your low back. Hug in and release the legs a little bit out. Hug in. Just a couple. Bring your knees to the belly and squeeze your belly. It sort of feels really good on your back. Okay, we're going to do this hugging in and then see if you can lengthen your both legs up to the sky. Okay, so bring your hands behind the thighs, behind the thighs. Hold each leg and press up and flex. Now, if your legs don't straighten, that's fine. Just press the legs, the hands, press the legs forward, press the hands, the legs, press the hands into the legs. So you're really using the legs and the arms. And point your heels up and flex your toes. And then relax the feet, relax the legs, bring them in. And just hug the knees. Change the hands to the shins and hug in again. So rock a little bit if you like that. Relax your face. And then change the hands again. Bring them behind the legs. Start reaching up. And then point your heels. Flex your toes. And the legs is far away. You can grab a little lower. Just really try to straighten the legs and try to flatten your back and keep your shoulders and head down. Point your your toes. Legs are together, very strong. Really feel the power of their legs, knees together, like one. Press them together. Feel the energy of your heels and your legs and your toes. Relax the legs and bring your hands on the shins and hug them again. Relax. And then we'll do that one more time. A powerful, powerful shave to really strengthen the low back and really feel that the legs without using the strap, just using your own resistance of your legs to really try to straighten and try to straighten the legs up. Keep everything relaxed on your face and your shoulders. Bring your hands behind the legs, behind the thighs, and press up. And just remind yourself your legs are not closer to your face, they're like on the hips, on the hips. And then press the legs out and bring your hands to hold the thighs. Breathe. Powerful, powerful. Really don't stop breathing. You're still breathing, but you're really using the legs to press the legs really strong. Feel every muscle in your quads, in your soleus, right behind the calves, and point your heels up a little higher, a little bit more. Relax the feet and the legs and give yourself a nice hug. Breathe, breathe, breathe. All right, so left foot down, and you're going to use coming to a thread the needle or a figure four. Please don't use the hands. Do not use the hands. Just trust me for this. Just one kind of exercise, a little different. And just lift your legs up using the back leg, the back thigh, and bring the legs in without using your hands. Without using your hands. Bring the leg in, bring the leg in, bring the leg in. And then now use your hands and then bring the hands on the bottom of your heel or your knee, wherever it is, maybe through the space between your legs or wherever it is. Just stay here, breathe. And again, check with your shoulders and your face, check with your whole neck and mandibles. If anything that is like tension and tightness, just soften. Okay, very gently, the foot comes down, uncross, and come back to that hug, knees to chest, and swing a little side to side. And then right foot down, and then come without the hands, open the leg out. Okay, so cross the leg, cross the ankle on top of so left ankle on top of the right thigh, or if you have the other side, that's fine. Now, if you want to continue, do not use the hands, don't lift your leg, just don't use the head, don't lift your head and shoulders. Just try to lift the foot and then try to use the leg in the back to press the legs to bring them closer. So use the power of the legs against each other, bring the leg closer. And then after that, just bring your hands in, and then you can stay with your hands. Just keep feeling your low back, keep feeling the hips. You can, do the arms and undo them. You can use your hands. You can slide them through, bring them to the back or through to the shin, or just stay here and rock and feel. All right, feet down. Take a moment, both feet down. Lengthen the legs. And bring your arms overhead and grab your elbows. Take a moment here. We're going to do a side body stretch or crescent pose on the floor. So you're going to slide your shoulders to the left, slide your shoulders and your arms to the left. All right, keep your hips down, maybe slide your feet also together to the left. So elbows and shoulders to the left. If this is horrible, just open your arms a little bit. You can get more by lifting the outer foot and crossing the ankles. If this is too much, you can walk yourself back towards the center and just really exactly the amount of little bit of addition or deduction of more and less in your stretch. Bring your feet back to center, bring your shoulders and the arms back to center, and then relax the legs and the shoulders and the hands. Just take a moment in between, a little bit of breath in between, recover. And then wake up those legs, bring the feet up again, grab your shoulders again, slide your shoulders and your arms to the right a little bit. So wiggle a little bit to the right, shoulders down, hips down, and then walk your legs or slide your legs a little bit to the same side. So you create this banana shape, and then sometimes they call it like half moon shape or crescent. And just feel the stretch on your side ribs, on the intercostals. You can relax your arms if you like. You can lengthen your arms if you like. You can just keep to your shoulders and just add, maybe lifting the outer leg, crossing the ankles at the bottom. You don't have to. You can just feel your whole stretching of space between the hips and the ribs and the shoulders. That's what we want, space between the hips and the ribs. Walk your feet back to center, walk your shoulders back to center, wiggle your arms back to the body, let your legs kind of rest and melt a little bit. A little mini Shavasana. We want to do one more couple of twists here. So we are cooling down. We are cooling down, but don't fall asleep yet. Okay, you'll have your chance. Okay. So one legged stretch first, and then two stretches with the feet, with the legs together. So my right leg is the one closer to the screen. That leg is really, really long, right knee bends, and you can just keep it here. You can step the foot on the leg, all right? And you can open your arms and maybe go onto your left hip, okay? If you're not used to these, you can just kind of bring your leg up and just bring your hand over your right thigh and relax your shoulder out, relax your hips and your ribs out. You can put a block under that knee. You can step the foot on the leg, put a blanket and a block, and just feel this first twist. Take another breath, and then we're going to come up nice and slowly onto our back. Lengthen the legs, shake the hips, shake the feet, shake the ankles, and then lengthen the right leg, and then step the foot in. You can do it from here, actually, just keeping maybe the toe behind the leg, maybe the foot on the thigh, or maybe just coming into the hip, onto the right hip, and just really bringing the right hand onto the left thigh and opening the arm out, bringing the ribs down, the shoulder down, the arm reaches down, and just feeling that sensation of opening into the low back, coming this recline, one-legged twist. This is also called wind releasing pose, which probably you can understand that you're really massaging left and right colon. Come back to center. Relax the legs, relax the arms. Bring your feet in, feet on the floor. And then give yourself a hug one more time. Rock a little bit. And then you can do your arms, or just let the knees go to one side. Put a block in between, put a blanket under, arms open. So two-legged twist, don't have it too much close to your arm. Just nice and relaxed, maybe lower or maybe in the side, in the line with your hip, or lower. And they don't have to be together. They can be kind of staggered. Okay, do what feels good in your back. Don't force anything. Support as much as you want. Make sure your breath is present and feels good. To come out, really feel your abdomen, your core. Use your core. Legs come back to center. Give them a hug. All right, set yourself up for the second side. Let the knees be not so close to your chest, maybe on the floor, and let them just kind of drop. You can stagger them. You can have them together. You can put a block under, between, or both, and let the arms be soft and relaxed, and the face also, the neck and the throat really relaxed. Where is the breath? Can you feel it? Are you going away? So just a couple of more times to be here present, and then we are going to our final Shavasana. Okay, so again, the core or the lower abdomen, before you bring your legs up, bring them up, and happy baby here. So happy baby, true happy baby, nice and wide, like a squat on the back, and then grab behind the legs and do any version you like, any version at all. So you can swing a little bit, you can have your legs kind of relaxed, you can have your heels on top of your knees, you can really flex your toes, you can grab your heels, grab your big toes, and give yourself a big smile and a big, amazing pat on your back, because that was great and you did a lot. And try to stay with a couple of more moments present with the sensation of the shape that gives the body and the sensation of the breath that changes when you change your shape. So breathe fully into the legs, the inner thighs. If you want to rock a little bit, that's great too. Where you can just really feel your whole low back and shoulders and head really on the back. Bring your hands around the side of your knees, bring your knees and the feet together. All right, and then just one more time, extend the legs up to the sky. See how it feels to have not the legs close to your body, but just really on top of your hips, nice and straight, like a very straight, nice 90 degrees angle. Have your hands also reaching away from the floor. Okay, so reach and then last effort. So left arm back and right leg a little bit, and then bring everything together. And then left leg farther away and right arm a little bit. So we're not touching anything. We're not touching the floor. Hands together, reaching the sky, feet together. Okay, so left arm, right leg, just a little bit away and center, and then switch it. Left leg and right arm. Okay, you can go a little bit more faster if you want. Very good. If you want more, you know what to do. You can do more all the way down and all the way to hovering. Okay, and then see if you can open up legs and arms, and legs together and arms together. Just one more. Close everything and then give yourself a sweet hug. Please stay here. Take a moment to feel. We're gonna now really feel your body slowly, very slowly, patiently releasing onto the ground. So you're going to start with the feet on the floor, feet land, and slowly extend, like touching the floor until the toes have to lift. And then the other leg extends, heel down until the toes need to lift and extend. Let the toes go out. And then have your hands really a little bit out, a couple of maybe 20 inches away, about 3 feet away with the hands facing up. Turn the toes in and out, walk the hands in and out, roll the fingers and the wrists, move your head side to side, side to side. Prop accordingly, blanket behind your legs, blanket behind your neck or your head. Maybe cover your belly with another blanket. It's nice to have a little weight on your belly or on your lower abdomen to really soften your belly. It feels really, really yummy. If you have an eye pillow. So all these options just for you to really let yourself rest fully and comfortably and wonderfully to really completely feel that you can now go into that shavasana. Let your breath be on its own. You don't have to acknowledge it. You don't have to count it. Just let yourself and your body and your muscles and your whole physical body just ground and melt and surrender. Close your eyes. If you need to get some warm, more blanket, just do it. If you need to move your head so it feels like it's in a line with the rest of your spine. If you need to tuck your shoulders, do anything, any mini adjustments, micro adjustment that you need to have this final pose be very, very effective. But you need to really be comfortable, really be fully aware that the body is supported, the body feels safe, the mind and the breath are there for you. Completely drop in or drop out. And I'll guide you out in about 5 minutes. Okay, so 5 minutes. I'm going to ask you to start winding back very gently, patiently. Yeah. Your ankles, your toes, your fingers, stretch overhead if you like. Wake up from that amazing little nap you took. Um, that wasn't even 5 minutes, you guys. So if you really want to continue and do maybe 10 more minutes, that would be great. We did almost like 40 minutes of shapes, but yeah, everybody seems to be moving back. You're welcome to give yourself another hug and then roll onto your side. Please take time on your side. Don't rush. You can still have your eyes soft or closed. You're on your side, breathing on your side, and take time there. And using one of the hands or maybe both of the hands, very gently come back to seated. And just take another time in your shape, in your sukhasana or cross-legged, any shape you like with um, your knees or your feet. You can stay on your back if you want to continue on your shavasana. Please do that. That's why we have our homes, and it's great. That part is great because you can stay as long as you want. Check on your posture, check on your chest, check on your heart, your shoulders, your face. Maybe turn a little bit side to side. Maybe chin down and up again. Maybe roll your neck a little bit side to side and to the back more. I feel all these noises in my neck, like a little crackling. It's amazing. All right, so getting ready to just to close the practice. So let's take a final circle, reaching your arms up. Really feel your fingers all the way stretching as if you're creating a huge circle uh, around your periphery, around the energy, around your body, reaching up as high as you can and gently guiding your hands back towards the chest, slowly to the heart, just bowing gently to yourself, to the heart, thumbs to chest, nose to fingers. Take a moment of kindness, a moment of gratitude, of humility for yourself, for the little things we are that we think we are so much, but we are tiny little specks of sand in the universe. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om, peace, peace, peace. Om and Shalom, Shalom, Shalom. Hands to heart, hands to third eye. Namaste, everybody. And thank you for coming today, your Saturday morning. I'm going to just stop here.